Welcome to episode number 740 of Hard Factor. What are you guys laughing at? Thank you for cheating on the news with us. This Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Seriously, what's so funny?
That sounded strained.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit? Yeah.
Doing all right?
Yeah.
No, not doing okay. I've got a little bit of some kind of sickness. This is Will, who's sick. We got Mark and Wes. And,
Sound like you got a stuffy nose.
This is
Will.
is that what it sounds like? Oh, great. Okay. Well, I'm filling in for Pat, who is sick today. So
Two sick guys.
I guess
Well,
so.
Yeah.
I mean, I was telling you guys all weekend. I was sick over the text thread. Hadn't heard from Pat until just before showtime when he needed off because he's sick. Mark, had you seen him over the weekend though? I thought.
Yes.
Maybe... Okay, so he was super sick when you saw him, right?
Well, I saw Friday.
So
went to the Jersey Shore. So I went to the Jersey Shore Wednesday night, and then I went and hung out with my aunt and my uncle and my cousin early on in the trip and had a great time. And then I went over to PFT's beach house for the weekend.
Nice.
And Pat came by on Friday, and a couple of our other buddies, and we had quite the time Friday. I would say one of the better times in a while. Had a lot of fun.
That's
and then
fun.
Saturday didn't see Pat at all because he slept the entire day.
Oh, so he was sick then. He got real sick.
He might have gotten sick from Friday night.
Oh, really?
It's the beach. It's the beach flu. Yeah.
Yeah, he got the beach flu.
Which one of you guys sent us this one? this one, and what time was that taken at? YouTube.com/hardfactornews. If you
Look, sometimes
what you're looking at is a picture. If you're for the podcast,
were you in the right? I think you got to put the thing back on the background. Well,
Oh yeah, I got it. I'll pop it back in there. But real quick, this is so so for the non viewers, this is Pat doing a selfie with Mark, PFT, and our buddy Colin, who appears to not be aware the camera's going on.
Is that sunset? Pat's shirtless. That's sunset.
That's sunrise, baby.
Oh, that's sunrise. Okay.
Okay. Pat's
I noticed the glow. Yeah.
Yeah. Pat's eyes look like it should be sunrise.
Hey, don't hate on the.
No. What I'm saying,
yeah.
It was a good time, but he got sick after that.
Well, yeah, I didn't see him much Saturday because he didn't get out of bed, and then Sunday morning I did see him. And he was still tired. I don't know if
was this the same sickness you got at your bachelor party in New Orleans? Maybe. The same virus, maybe.
Yeah, that strain.
That
variant.
It might be like loud music and friendship and like partying,
revelry.
Yeah, revelry like gets the white blood cells down or whatever. I don't know with him. Yeah. I don't know.
It must. Well, so sorry I got the accent today, the sick accent, but we're gonna have to make do, fellas.
I do have a funny story. I hope Colin's not listening, or his wife or employer or anything like that. Colin came. If you saw, his face was kind of not he was in the picture.
Sort of just
we kind of weekend at Bernie's him to the shore to watch the sunrise, and to his credit, like, he just kept wanting to hang out because we don't see each other very often, and we were having such a good time, so we kept trying to get him to go to bed because he probably should have, and then he's refused to, so we had to weekend to Bernie him to the shore, and then we got him there, and he immediately goes to the only 3 people at the shore that are there, and it's 3 Asian girls between the age of 14 and 18, and he sits directly next to them, maybe 2 inches away from them, and the entire shore is wide open. So it's a beach, and we say, oh my god, we can't have this. So they're a little bit they're like, oh, they didn't want too bothered, but they're like, what is this? So we picked him up and moved him 20 feet away from them and laid him down, and then he went to sleep, and we went in the ocean for an hour while the sun was rising. And when we got out of the ocean after an hour, he had made his way back to the girls, but now he'd face planted, and he was laying face first in the sand and across all 6 of their toes, feet.
They were just hanging with him?
I think they were taking pictures of him passed out in front of him. Yeah.
Nice. Worked out pretty well.
It was funny. Then we had to help him home, but it was a good time.
It sounds like an awesome time. It sounds like, it's just a shame, Pat got sick, from
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch it tomorrow. Maybe since we were hanging out.
Yeah,
maybe
it was going around, right? I mean,
could be. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Sure. Okay.
When I take off and you have to do the show.
That'd be great. Remember, get the Green Room app by Spotify. We're doing What the Fuck Wednesdays on there. 5 p.m. Eastern. Fuck, guys, we got to release the last one.
Did you download it, Wes?
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it up. Yeah,
Let's put up.
No one was on it this weekend.
Right. Obviously, we've had some struggles this past weekend.
We're back. I'm back, baby.
We're gonna get it going. We're gonna be releasing these also on the podcast feed. But the last one was amazing last Wednesday.
Nice.
Get the app for this.
Who won the shirt?
Gaylord did.
Gaylord.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. His acid story was incredible.
So. I've been thinking about it, and I kind of wish I would have Gaylord's. I stick with my vote, but the more I think about Dooley's story, the more I laugh. Of just how hilarious it is that what happened to him, and just like what's been going through his mind the whole time just cracks me up.
Oh, that's a great teaser. You have to.
That is a great teaser.
Listen to.
I'm intrigued.
Listen to the Green Room we released.
Yeah.
Or join this next Wednesday to get in on that. Those shows are super fucking fun.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, fellas, before we hop in?
No.
Okay. Cup of coffee in the big time. It is. Oh, wait, what? We had something?
No, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, and trending news. First up is the holidays. It's August 2nd. That is Assistance Dog Day. Also Assistance Dog Week. Dinosaur Day, National CAD Day, which is
CAD Day, Will.
That's some kind of compute
I think it's
thing.
It's like a engineering architecture kind of deal.
It's like you're like a 3D printer guy or something.
Yeah.
If you're into that. National Coloring Book Day, National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. Wow. Take a penny, leave a penny day. What? Why do you need a day for that? Isn't that just the thing that sits on the register?
Yeah. It's every day.
Yeah. Ice cream
so
sandwich,
like bringing awareness to the take a penny, leave a penny jar. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Do you only leave a penny on take a penny, leave a penny? I guess you don't because it's take a penny and leave a penny day. Yeah.
Yes, you're supposed to do both that day.
Bringing awareness, Mark. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So people are aware. That's the little plastic thing with the pennies.
Yeah.
Sitting next to the cash
that are disgusting.
Yeah, it's a COVID spreader.
Can you have it now after COVID?
Oh, I mean, you certainly shouldn't.
Right?
They have them, but you shouldn't probably. Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah. One the other day.
Sure. You did see good.
Yeah.
I think I've seen a few recently.
Nobody cares about this new variant. From what the masks are one thing, but everything else is completely. No one's going back to the sanitation. Like it's just, hey, put on a mask. But that's
so. I thought New Jersey being in the Northeast, like outside,
you see people like being real careful
outside of the beach. Obviously, Jersey Shore, no, but like at all of the gas stations, convenience stores, grocery stores inland a little bit that I went to, no one wore a mask anywhere at any place at any establishment at any time.
Yeah. I mean, because why would you when they canceled it in May?
Yeah.
So it's tough. So now everybody has to redo it. It's just hard. You can't go from we're taking it away to now it's just tough.
If a state like New Jersey in the Northeast had 0 masks, I find it very hard to believe that it's going to come back.
They brought it back in Nevada and
but it doesn't work, right?
Everybody's requiring it, but you see a lot of people who just don't give a fuck.
On the plane home today, Sunday, the flight attendants had to make 3 announcents for people to put the masks over their nose and mouth, not just the nose, not just the mouth. We have families. Please, they were like they're really laying it on thick with the nose and mouth.
Well, good luck with that because it's going to be hard after masks got canceled.
Right,
like it's just difficult. That's difficult. That's a tall order.
It is a tall order.
That's a tall order. Today in history, August 2nd, in 1830, Charles X of France abdicated the French throne after the July Revolution, which is interesting because we're going to talk about more French protests in a second. Okay. In 1990, Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait, which eventually led to the Persian Gulf War with America in Iraq. And in 1992, American Olympian Jackie Joyner-Kersee became the first person to win the heptathlon in consecutive Olympics, any person at all, regardless of gender.
I think she had asthma too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's overcoming a lot.
She's a
Hell of an
beast.
athlete.
She's
Many
a hell of an
consider
athlete.
her the best female Olympian of all time.
I wouldn't want to argue.
Yeah,
She's good.
Pretty good. Speaking of those French protests, though, number 7 today in the cup of coffee. Massive protests in Europe over COVID lockdowns continued generally everywhere. Germany and France especially continued to like basically overpower the police who were trying to control the crowds. There was an estimated 200,000 in France who turned up to protest vaccine passes all over the country this past weekend. Sacre bleu. And also in Australia, all the way across the world, the army has been called in against their own citizens to help enforce COVID lockdowns until the country gets from 15% vaccinated to 80%. Needless to say, citizens of the globe everywhere a little sick of COVID.
So no one's going. You said Australia 80%. No one's going to Australia ever again.
No, Australia is it's nuts over there.
It's gone. Like no one can go to Australia. 80%. They'll never get to 80%.
They've got helicopters flying around telling people to get the fuck away from each
Off
other.
the streets, and
Wow.
like they have a low now. Like I said, they're only 15% vaccinated, and they're trying to say like we're locking down till we're all the way vaccinated.
So 80%. They're never going to get to 80%.
It's crazy,
in Australia.
And they're already so low. It's nuts in Australia right now, but also in France. 200,000 people out there just like fuck these vaccine passes. You know.
It's tough times.
Is what it is.
Back to Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Yeah.
Jackie Joyner-Kersey's toughest foe was asthma. She was diagnosed with a severe asthma diagnosis. I said that word twice in the same sentence. And then she went on to win 6 Olympic medals.
What a beast.
So yeah, I remember that
Pretty
because
good.
my mom worked for an asthma company, and I would get a bunch of like Jackie Joyner-Kersee and Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis, the bus. Yeah.
He had asthma too, so I had a
I
bunch of
remember
swag.
Jerome, but
Yeah.
So what were
Nice.
they doing then? I mean, it sounds like they cured their asthma. It sounds like they didn't even have it.
What if they didn't have it?
Yeah, I don't think it sounds like she didn't have it.
No, I mean, what if I was suggesting what if they actually didn't have it? How good could they have been?
Right. Yeah. The sky's the limit.
I don't think they had it.
Wes is woke
Someone
on this.
just misdiagnosed him once.
Yeah.
That's a fake. That's a fake illness. No, I think no. Let's not.
That's
Let's
like
not take.
it's like Pat being sick.
Yeah. It's like getting your IQ tested at like 3 and just going with that the rest of your life.
Right.
I'm in Mensa. Do you know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move it along to number 6. Let's get away from healthcare news. And number 6 is Matt Damon and the F-slur. So this is an article that ran over the weekend. Matt Damon says he used the F-slur up until some months ago.
What is some months ago? Like 100 months ago? Like 40?
Some months ago. He said, I made a joke months ago and got a treatise from my daughter. She left the table. I said, come on, that's a joke I say in the movie Stuck on You. She went to her room and wrote a very long, beautiful treatise on how the word is dangerous. I said, I retired the F-slur. I understood.
What's he doing saying that, joking, making F jokes in front of his daughter?
Yeah, that's
Hey, honey, I got a great joke for you. What did the F say to the other F at the bar?
whatever the Stuck on You joke
Well,
was, right?
Look, I mean, Massachusetts guy, right? You know.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Hey, he's
But-
cracking jokes. Here's taking it to the internet. Here's some of the viral tweets about it. Billy Eichner says, I want to know what word Matt Damon has replaced F-bomb with. Craig Brodude says, why would Matt Damon freely share that? And Trayvon Free says, so Matt Damon just figured out, quote unquote, months ago by way of quote unquote treatise from a child that he's not supposed to say the word F-bomb months ago.
The last one's the best one.
Yeah. Yikes.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, now Matt knows, and he's not saying it. But like, I'm with you guys. It's ridiculous, like the way he shared this. But also at the same time, shouldn't people just be happy he's not saying the word anymore? Right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there is a silver lining there, sure.
right? Like, I get it. It's a
But
little-
I mean,
you gotta laugh.
don't you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
Don't you think Matt Damon might slip up if he's freely saying he was saying it up until some months ago?
Oh,
Get
it's
a-
gonna take a while.
Give him a few bourbons and watch him fly.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take a while to
Yeah.
phase that word
Yeah.
out.
Get him down at the
It
Navy
is.
Yard. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been saying it since the
It's
90s.
going to take some years for it to completely be gone.
Get him alone in his car.
Yeah.
Watch
Once
out.
you stub his toe,
Yeah.
something in front of his toe that he doesn't see.
Real test.
Oh shit.
All right. Number 5, taking it away from Matt Damon. Kawhi Leonard declined a $36 million option for next season with the Clippers, but the word is that he will still try and negotiate just a longer deal to stay with the Clippers.
Okay.
Kawhi.
Well, they need him in that town now that the Lakers got Westbrook.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And
Right, you can't get rid of Kawhi now.
No, Clippers are going to get dominated again. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty important for them that they work that out. All right,
Yeah.
Number 4, a TikTok star, Anthony Barajas. He was shot and killed in a California movie theater over the weekend. He was in Riverside County watching the Forever Purge,
Right.
and he was shot in the head along with the girl who he was with in the theater. And the shooter is in custody, in police custody. His channel on TikTok, It's Anthony Michael, had nearly 1 million followers. So
That's insane.
crazy, right?
It's super sad. It's just like it's the last thing you want to worry about is shooting in a theater. Like theaters just, it's bad. I don't know what to say.
Targeted on him and the girl. It was just the two of them that were
So it was like it wasn't like
a guy who knew him from TikTok.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
dude. It was a local dude. So and he's in custody. Right.
it wasn't like the movie The Forever Purge was random killing, so it wasn't like
dude, I don't know. I mean, they're
Oh.
still looking for
See,
a motive. They're still looking for a motive from the guy. The
that's a
20-year-old that's in
suspect
custody.
movie to have a shooting in.
Right. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge trending news. R.I.P. to Anthony.
R.I.P.
Very young. Yeah, he was only 19, I think, and the girl
Good
is
God.
18. And the shooter's 20 years old in custody.
That's terrible.
Yeah, really bad news. Number 3, keeping it in California, Evander Kane of the San Jose Sharks has been accused by his soon-to-be ex-wife of betting on his own hockey games.
This story is awesome.
Yeah, crazy ass story. Evander released multiple social media statements denying the claims from his wife, but the NHL is investigating, obviously, nonetheless, with like an angry ex saying that he bet on his own game.
Yes, they're going through a nasty divorce right now, and she is just ruining this dude's life.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he has a really bad history of gambling. Like he's owed Vegas $500,000 in the past years.
Oh, no.
Like, so there is definitely some validity to his gambling addiction that makes now the NHL's investing. She's just fucking ruining him on her way out of a messy public divorce.
Mhm.
Like,
Hell hath no fury like a woman
Yeah.
scorned.
Yeah.
mhm.
You want to stay away from those things. It's
Yeah.
a serious legal proceeding getting married. So
Yeah, be careful.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
think about it.
Don't marry someone that's gonna tell the world that you're betting on your own NHL games.
Right. If you're doing that,
Yeah,
make sure that you really
sign a
trust
blood
that
oath
person.
too with the marriage license.
This is why I never truly connect with anyone.
Yeah, right. Just because
Just surface level.
she could ruin your other side gig there, huh? Yeah, just surface level.
I mean, it's a good reason, Wes.
Just
honestly.
kidding.
But yeah, good luck, Evander. That seems like a tough hill to climb that you got to climb.
Yeah.
Number 2, you guys hear about the eviction moratorium expiring
Yes.
over the weekend?
So
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Eviction moratorium being like grace periods where you can't get evicted.
Right. So during
Yeah.
COVID, nobody was able to be evicted.
And that
by
lapsed for like a month or
landlords
two, and then it
for
came
not-
back.
Yeah,
They
not paying
extended
your
it,
rent
yeah.
or whatever. Right. Exactly. It got extended, but it was scheduled to end, and it did end at the end of July 31st. So let me just give you guys a brief history of what happened here that led to it expiring. Basically, on July 28th, the White House, only 3 days prior to when it was going to expire, informed Congress that it wasn't going to extend the eviction moratorium without congressional action, obviously only giving Congress 3 days to do
yeah.
something. Thing is, Congress is in recess now for 6 weeks, starting last Friday, and Congress didn't do any bills or get them through to stop the moratorium from running out. I think they tried to do like a unanimous consent bill, which wasn't going to pass, and so it didn't, obviously. And then that was all they tried.
They gave him two business days because that's a Wednesday. So they gave him like a Thursday, Friday.
Gave him like a Thursday, Friday. Yep.
Yeah.
To a bunch of people in vacation mode.
Right.
Yeah, they're going on vacation for 6 weeks. Right, and so because they didn't get anything done by Friday, Pelosi and the Democrats blamed the Republicans for not approving the unanimous consent. But the Democrats have both the White House and Congress, and neither did anything to stop the moratorium from expiring. And now Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling on the CDC to do it alone, since Congress, isn't stopping their 6-week vacation for this. She tweets, the CDC has the power to extend the eviction moratorium as they double down on masks. Why wouldn't they extend the moratorium in light of the Delta variant? Reminder, she tweeted that after it had already expired. So she says it's a moral imperative to keep people blah, blah, blah. Basically, CDC, you're the ones that need to do this.
Couldn't Biden sign an executive order?
Right. Basically, the CDC is an extension of the executive. So she's putting it now back on Biden,
the executive branch. Right.
Which makes no sense. And so now the Democrats like AOC and Cori Bush, they have people gathering on the Capitol steps with hashtag Occupy the Capitol or Occupy Congress, whatever their movement is. They're trying to say that Congress should deal with it. But yeah, it's a mess. And for those keeping track at home, Madam Speaker Pelosi killed both student debt relief and the eviction moratorium extension last week before going on a 6-week vacation, pretty much on her own. So, that's what Pelosi's up to. Unrelated, but hilarious. This real picture of President Joe Biden came out from the AP on last Friday, July 30th. He's holding a note that says, "Sir, there is something on your chin," but he's holding it backwards and just staring at the back of the note. And
is there anything on the back of the note?
I think it's blank. I saw
something.
I saw reports though that he may have eaten whatever was on his chin after finally putting down that.
There's something on your chin.
God.
So so bring your broom because it's a mess in DC last week. Just a complete clusterfuck.
Yeah, 2021's not shaping out that great. It's been a rough couple of years. Thanks, COVID. Thanks.
Right. Hey, at least in the U.S. they didn't have 200,000 protesters like France.
Right. Well, at least it's not Australia or France. I mean, it's bad everywhere, but it's bad.
Shades of dark. Yeah. And number one, though, the Olympics. Let's bring some light to the end of this cup of coffee in the big time with a fun topic like the Olympics. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm really only doing this update because Jamaica swept the women's 100.
That was awesome.
Gold, silver, and bronze. And Sha'Carri chimed in with the perfect tweet. Missing me yet? Yes, Sha'Carri. We are all missing you.
We were missing her during that race. She
could have won it probably.
The woman who was favored didn't.
Podium.
Yeah, her fastest time, her personal best would have got the silver, but a lot of people set their personal best in the Olympics. So her personal best was 0.3 hundredths of a second. I mean, she absolutely would have medaled and could have got the gold. Yeah.
Yep. We are missing you, Sha'Carri. I've not watched these Olympics for the most part because of the team's treatment of her. But here's the update. Xander Schauffele won gold for the U.S. in golf. So big news there.
Wes's boy finally following through.
Yep. Can't do it in a major or any other tournament, so he can win the fucking gold. No, I didn't bet on him.
Damn. Gymnast Michaela Skinner won silver in the vault, despite not expecting to compete in it, but she filled in and won silver. Pretty good.
And Suni Lee won the gold. We covered that. That was cool.
Gymnastics overall, Suni Lee.
Yeah, that was great. And then it was also around last week time, but did you guys see the American surfer, the female surfer from Hawaii?
No.
She fucking smoked her competitor in the gold medal match and won the first gold of surfing for USA.
Nice work there. The U.S. women's national team did beat the Netherlands and will play for a medal in women's soccer. Katie Ledecky and Caleb Dressel came up huge in swimming, lots of golds there.
Yes.
USA men's basketball plays Spain in the quarterfinal today,
which might be a good game.
Yeah, which probably will be a good game. Cross your fingers on that one. And in the medal count, it's all coming down to the USA and China. So as of the time of taping, USA with 59 overall and 20 golds, China with 51 overall and 24 golds.
So what would you want in that scenario? More golds, right?
Oh, it's all about the golds. I mean, overall medal count really doesn't matter. I mean, it's all about who has the most golds at the end of the day.
How many overall medals would you need to beat I'd say it's like 5-1. So I'd say you need 5 times as many overall.
Right.
If they have a 4 gold medal lead, we need 20 more overall.
Which is unattainable at this point.
Yeah, to have an argument at all. Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
you have to have most golds. That's who
got to
won
get the
the
golds.
awards.
Yeah.
So
It's still time.
Yeah, still time for sure. Also, speaking of golds, the Gold Cup final in soccer is going on as we tape between the U.S. and Mexico. I guess it's about to kick off, but go USA.
Very nice.
And that's today's cup of coffee in the big time, which was brought to you today by our favorite CBD company in the world, Caliper CBD. Caliper is a CBD powder that comes in very convenient 20 milligram packets. You can mix up the classic powder packet with any drink at all, with your favorite drink. You can even mix it with water because it's tasteless and the CBD hits you right away. Or you can do the Swift Sticks straight to the tongue, also a powder, but designed to chill you out straight to your tongue instantly. Both of them are amazing. They get results. Caliper CBD powder is the only clinically proven fast-acting CBD. Caliper delivers 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes versus CBD oil. Get all the benefits of CBD in just 10 minutes. Some CBD oils can take over an hour to absorb, which is complete horseshit compared to Caliper CBD powder, which absorbs in just 10 minutes. Precisely 20 milligrams in each packet, always THC free. Feel better without the high. No weird taste, no oily residue. Mixes easy into any food or drink. All natural, vegan, non-GMO, free of fillers, added chemicals, and artificial flavors. And get 20% off your first order when you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's trycaliper.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order.
Nice.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. This next one is going to make Matt Damon's head explode. I don't know.
I've got one of those too later.
Yeah. All right, cool. I don't know how to say this without sounding a little funny. So I'm just going to say it. I know for a fact that everyone on this podcast just loves sausage. Big, fat, juicy sausages. Slap it on my tongue. Send it down my throat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Any way we can get them, really. I'll devour.
I had sausage on pizza and in a burrito, breakfast burrito over the weekend.
Yeah.
So
any way we can get them.
I'm getting sausage.
I'll devour sausage in an alley, in a hotel room, backseat of a car. I'll even devour some sausage first thing in the morning before I brush my teeth.
This is starting to head a different direction.
There's no time of day I don't want a thick piece of sausage in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? You guys with me? Yeah.
Matt Damon's daughter's dragging Matt Damon out of the room right now.
She's covering his mouth.
Yeah.
Which is why I can't understand why some residents of Liberty Hill, Texas, which is just a little north of Austin, a town of no more than 4,000 residents, don't love sausage as much as I do and are trying to deny sausage lovers in that area the right to fresh and convenient sausages anytime they want it. Seems like they think that bringing in more sausages to the town and therefore sausage lovers and people that know how to handle sausage is going to have an adverse effect on the town. You know what I mean? The residents don't like it. So they're protesting with all their might. A company that wants to put in a literal sausage factory right in front of their neighborhood. Yeah. I'm, of course, being a little funny. Sundance Estates residents, in particular, came out by the hundreds to protest sorry, I lost my place because something got highlighted. Sundance residents, in particular, came out to protest a company that wants to put their new plant in Liberty Hill, or Liberty Hill, Texas. Okay, here's the picture of the protest. There's a bunch of,
Oh man, that guy in the back left loves sausage. I don't know what the hell he's doing at the protest.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, he's had sausage twice that day before the.
Yeah, exactly. So Austin-based Smoky Denmark's smoked meat company owns about 7 acres of land in front of that neighborhood, and they want to use about 4.5 to build a new factory. There's their message: sausage for all.
Yeah.
Sausage makes everything better. I couldn't agree more.
Okay. I mean, what's the problem here?
Yeah, what is the problem?
The problem is that
the pollution from the sausage plant.
The residents don't want it because they say that it's going to be smoky, that it's going to
smell too good,
it's going to smell too delicious.
Yeah. Everyone's going to get fat because it's going to smell so good.
There might be a few jobs created.
Yeah, there might be.
Liberty Hill is a little bit of like I think that it's a little bit of more of an uppity suburb. It's going to be hard to push something through in Liberty Hill.
Yeah, so people are saying that one resident, who I guess is also a doctor, probably not Michelle Hawley, said barbecue smoke contains polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are carcinogenic and easily absorbed. Smoke from charcoal and wood produces these hydrocarbons and soot particles that can be inhaled deep in the lungs and can contribute to respiratory illnesses and even lung cancer.
Smoky Denmark wants to target a suburb of Austin that is way less affluent than Liberty Hill.
Yeah, I mean, of course, thanks, doctor. A factory can give you carcinogens. Wow,
right.
Profound.
Yeah. Right. Well, residents say they moved to Liberty Hill to get away from all this industrial complex from Austin. Now, this company from Austin wants to come in. Marlis Oliver, Smoky Denmark's president, bravely addressed the sausage haters, saying, "We want to build an area that welcomes us. Smoke emitted is much less than any barbecue restaurant you've eaten at. We've never received a complaint in 52 years. We've been on the East 5th Street. That's downtown. We sit on half an acre there, and we are crammed with no growth opportunities. We thought Liberty Hill would be a good opportunity for us." He looked around at all the men, then brought out the big guns, appealing to the fat folks and the men. "We have a retail meat market up front. That would be a cool thing for Liberty Hill, don't you think?" At which point the men in the room did one of these, like, with their eyes wide open and brows raised. And they looked around at each other and started giving the secret thumbs up to each other behind their wives' backs.
Yes.
Because they want that meat market out front.
No way. Did they get it passed?
They're shelving it until, like, basically the pandemic is fucking over, because they need some more information.
Wes, all it would take is for that guy or maybe another charismatic salesman on his team to come up and say, "Free sausage for a year for all residents of Liberty Hills."
The complainers won, though. They got it shelved. Then it's just like,
they're gonna get it passed through. They're gonna get passed because
smoky sausage is going through.
They're gonna give them all a lifetime sausage to these residents, and it's gonna get passed.
No, Liberty Hill, man. I feel like
it's up and coming for sure,
right? And there's a lot of, like, wealthy people that live there that probably have the time to just go to these, like, town hall meetings and block sausage factories.
Yeah,
we'll follow up. I vote factory makes it eventually. I think it'll get through. Yeah,
it's gonna get through.
It's
already, because they're already rezoning shit up there,
and they'll be fucking happy about it.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But I mean, would you guys want to live next to a sausage factory? I mean, it's gonna smell like sausage all the time.
Realistically,
better than 99.9% of other factories.
It could It could be worse. I agree.
Yeah,
it could be much worse.
Yeah. All right, that's that. I know it's not that.
All right,
interesting.
It is. It's a local story.
It's a local story.
Let's go to
flavor.
Let's go to the farthest away from local we can. Let's do TikTok International Moment. I've got a story about a constipated Chinese man that's willing to try anything, housing crisis in Canada, and a sick fuck in the UK. So we'll start with the Chinese man. Have you guys ever been constipated? And I'm talking severely constipated, not like you're off schedule, not like a woman who's late on her period. It turns out it was just a scare. I'm talking full on pregnant constipated.
Oh no. I mean, I don't think I've had it this bad. What's the longest amount of days you guys have gone?
I'm talking like 5+ days.
Yeah, I've gone 4. When I hurt my back, I was just pounding pain pills.
That counts. Yeah. How was it?
I mean, it was glorious, but I couldn't.
The pooping was.
It's painful. The first
it started to hurt.
I thought you
right?
were talking about pain pills.
How annoying was the like? You
very hard.
You would have tried. You would have tried anything to get a loose movement, right?
Stool softeners. I tried it all.
And if you were promised something that will work, you would have tried it, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So look, when you're clogged up, you'll do anything. A man in China was very constipated, and he decided he would do anything. He heard of an ancient folk remedy to cure constipation, and although it was dramatic and aggressive, he decided, fuck it, I'll do anything to get this out. I got to get this poop out. And so he acquired a live eel that was 8 inches long and shoved it in his ass. He took an eel and put it in his ass. I don't know what the eel was supposed to do, but what it did was eat a hole through his colon and swim into his abdomen, causing him to require immediate emergency surgery.
Is he alive? I mean, that's like putting...
He is alive.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is not the first, second, or third time this has happened in China since 2017, as at least 3 other reported cases of guys shoving eels up their butts and almost dying from holes in their colons. And then sometimes it's their intestines, which then causes infections as the poop from your intestines mixes in with the rest of your bloodstream.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's not good. So these guys in China just can't stop putting eels up their butts.
Yeah.
Is there
And
like
say that in front of Matt Damon and see what see how red his face turns.
Is there some kind of like legend, Chinese legend, where a man like cures an illness by slamming an eel up his butt?
It's a folk tale, a folk remedy that they say some guys that are very constipated are willing to try. One of the men, when asked by the doctor how the eel got in, said, "Oh, I don't know, must have just swam up there," before finally coming clean after they're like, "No, it didn't.
I jammed its head into my rectum." What do you think?
Tried the folk remedy, correct? And he was like, "Yes."
How did the eel know what to do? Is my question. Like he just gets.
They're vicious creatures, aren't they?
It just bit. It didn't. What it was supposed to do is cure the constipation. It just bit holes in his body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Shockingly, the eels and the humans in these stories like all survived. Even the eels, the humans too. Seeing an opportunity, constipation drug Megalax has bought some billboard space in China with the slogan "Megalax doesn't taste great, but it's a lot better than sticking an adult eel up your ass."
Great slogan. They're going to move a lot of units with that slogan.
That's all they need to do. They're going to be selling Megalax
Rewrite history with Megalax.
Megalax. We know it tastes bad. Okay.
I want to read the original folklore. Of the man who successfully turned his life around by shoving an eel.
It was a prank. It was a prank. Oldest prank in the world. Yeah.
It's either definitely either a great prank or the author just loved shoving eels up his ass. It's one of those two. All right. There is a housing crisis going on in a lot of places, right, guys? We know this, like the US for one, but it's even worse in Canada than wherever else you're thinking, because Canada has the lowest number of housing units per 1,000 residents of any G7 country, G7 being the group of seven, which is 7 countries that think they're pretty good at economics, the US, the UK, Canada, Japan, France, Germany, and Italy. So
China has just been surpassing them. They're not invited. Well, to exponentially surpassing them in the last several years.
Those eel in the ass F-bombs aren't invited. Sick of being picked on online by other G7 countries, one Canadian entrepreneur has decided to take matters into his own hands and founded a company in Toronto called Promise Robotics that, you guessed it, uses robots to help build homes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a separate kind of and different method than like just 3D printing of homes. These robots just literally replace human carpenters. They learn how to like put the house together step by step, cutting wood, putting it together, putting the whole house together. Here's a picture of the founder and CEO of Promise Robotics, Ramtin Attar, with his human replaced robot carpenters behind him.
Wow.
They look like the robots that are in like car manufacturing plants.
Exactly.
Yeah. Doing car robots for houses.
Exactly. Not pictured as co-founder and fellow hater of hardworking humans, Reza Nasri. And in Canada, the construction industry, which is one of the slowest growing industries in terms of productivity, creates about $141 billion in economic activity annually and employs 1.4 million people. Tara Nasari said, "Imagine doubling the money while having the labor force."
Yep.
Yeah. Not great.
There's going to be, and construction workers are guys with tools. So those robots, they better be under lock and key, or they will be like dismantled like overnight. So
well, the thing about the robots is they don't drink on the job. Will they
but the thing about the guys who drink on the job, they got time on their hands. And they got a pickup truck, and they can go find that robot after work.
And they will, hopefully. Here's a direct quote from the future. "I mean, we named the fucking company Promise Robotics, not Dale and Steve take smoke breaks and talk shit about their ex-wives," Attar and Nasari said in the future while defending the fact that they destroyed the carpentry profession.
Yeah. SIGs on the construction site, though, will be down immensely.
Down.
Some of the best SIGs to have, though.
Construction site SIGs. Yeah.
Oh man,
classic.
It is a classic.
In the truck on the way to the job.
Enough work for the time being. What do you say?
Here the roach coach is coming.
A lot of smoke breaks. Okay. Let's head over to Southeast England to the seaside resort of Brighton. I think that's how you pronounce it. Brighton. Where I'd like you to meet one of the sickest bastards on the planet. Just get a load of this hairless, big-nosed freak.
He looks like Jigsaw.
Yeah, look, he's got no eyebrow hair. That guy was sentenced to 5 years in prison for stabbing 16 and killing 9 cats in Brighton, England.
Damn. Man. I hate cats, huh?
He hates cats. The piece of shit was going around and stabbing people's house cats and then leaving them on their doorsteps to find them bleeding out. The families would open the doors and their cats would either be dead or dying. His name is Steve Bouquet, and he's a former security guard. And Bouquet gave no explanation and denied stabbing any cats, but home security cameras showing a giant hairless lunatic stabbing cats, and then the bloody knives at Steve's home that had feline blood in his DNA on them, and then the trophy pictures of the dead cats on his cell phone gave it away.
Wow. I'll do it.
Yeah, there's enough
Steve
evidence.
Full-blown psychopath, huh?
Yeah. Owners of Bouquet's victims showed up angry at the Hove Crown Court to see the trial and the sentencing on Friday. You know, those cat owners were getting emotional too. I would have done the same, but they're probably like hissing every time the guy's name was mentioned by the judge. Spitting mad, those cat owners. To be fair, this guy's a monster, and even the judge was sickened by him, saying Bouquet's behavior was cruel and it was sustained, and it struck at the very heart of family life. And that's why Judge Jeremy Gold put the sick son of a bitch away for a little over 5 years on 16 counts of criminal damage in relation to the cats, which I guess is a little bit of a higher sentence than animal cruelty.
Just 5 years. I mean, that's a guy that's going to kill a human eventually.
Maybe he has. Look at this guy.
Yeah. I mean,
if this guy is knocking on your door, don't answer.
How many cats? 17 he stabbed?
16 that we know of.
16.
Yeah.
So he's probably killed hundreds of cats.
Yes. Hundreds of cats, rabbits, anything. A few
Natural
dogs, maybe.
Progression of a serial killer.
Yeah, maybe.
That's weird.
Yeah. But he's old. You see him? He's like 54. So good thing they got him now, because he was definitely on his way to humans if he hasn't already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you see somebody killing pets in your general facility, you really need to be.
Hopefully, hopefully there's some cat lovers in the jail that kill him, because you're right, Wes. If he gets out in 5 years, he's gonna kill.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna kill.
All right, guys, one more. I'm just going to read this headline. It's a hilarious headline from the New York Times article Mark found. Star sommelier is charged with setting outdoor dining sheds on fire.
Star sommelier.
Caleb Ganser, a former Food and Wine magazine sommelier of the year and a partner in a well-regarded Manhattan wine bar, is now facing arson charges. That's also part of the headline. So yeah, hilarious headline. This wine lover is just out there setting shit on fire. Here's a picture of him at night setting. Here's some of his handiwork.
Just starting little fires.
He starts, so he hates, what he does. He's like out there, at midnight enjoying like a nice 2016 Opus 1 cab, and then he's just like chugging wine on his bike, and then he goes to these outdoor dining places and lights them on fire of his competition.
Oh, he doesn't like of his competition.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely his competition. So
Sommelier of the year. I mean, you got to play dirty to get that award.
That's true.
Yeah, there he is. Look at this. That's a sommelier if I've ever seen one.
Oh my God, that guy spends way too much time at your table. Especially if you've got like an attractive woman there, and all of a sudden he is the sommelier.
That's his number one thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. That guy's going for steals.
Absolutely.
How come he's only been at that one table tonight?
So since January, he lit a fire outside of Forsythia restaurant in Stanton Street. He's lit 3 fires. I think he tried to hit Forsythia a bunch of times, including one outside Prince's Pizza, the one I showed you at Forsythia on July 13th. And then according to the Times, he's also charged with starting a trash fire at the corner of Broome and Center Streets in June. So he's a monster with these fires. La Campagne des Vins Surnaturals on Center Street, don't know how to say it, is the wine bar he partially owns, I guess. And they said, we as the company are aware of the incident, and Mr. Ganser is on leave of absence. A motive is yet to be identified, and this sommelier arsonist couldn't be reached for comment, though he's been charged with 2 counts of arson. But I looked up on Google Maps. Both those restaurants he set on fire are less than a half a mile from his restaurant.
That's
amazing. He was always going to
get
caught, though. This guy's just like being a hothead idiot.
Yeah,
like,
there's
not
cameras
taking precautions.
There's cameras in New York, you moron.
Yeah.
This guy's the type of the wine people like him are such pieces of shit. He's like going up to the table like with the attractive women and stuff, and he's like, I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna open up this special bottle for your table, and he's going and getting like just some cheap bottle and just putting on a show, and he's giving free wine the whole night. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is a piece of shit. So according to the Times, quote, Forsythia's owner, Jacob Seawack, said in an interview on Wednesday that a well-dressed man wearing a beanie and a scarf had tried to light the restaurant's outdoor structure ablaze 4 times over the course of at least 9 days in January. They took one look at the footage and were like, that's a sommelier if I've ever seen one. Start looking up all the sommeliers in the area, Johnson. He's close. So speaking to Food and Wine in 2017, after receiving accolades as one of the sommelier of the year, Ganser, who was from Illinois, said, quote, New York is one of those places where the longer you're here, the more you carve out your niche and the more you want to make that niche bigger. New York's become home. So, he also recently spoke with a magazine called Sommelier Business, which is just clearly the most pretentious fucking magazine on earth. About
God.
Yeah. He said he's been the pandemic was crippling for him, existentially crippling. There were so many different waves of emotion. In the very beginning, there was denial, feeling personally attacked because no other industry was hit as hard as the restaurant business. So, so now he's just taking it out.
He takes out other competition.
Other restaurants.
Other restaurants.
What a piece of shit. He's like, we were all hit so hard, so I fucking stomped on their heads while they're drowning.
Yeah, exactly. He's burning. He's causing damage.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, in New York City, arson's a huge fucking crime because a little fire can kill hundreds of people in a split second because there's so many apartment buildings and just big.
We know as a sommelier when we saw on the camera he took a sip of what appeared to be wine and came in his pants.
Yeah. He had a beanie on.
Yeah. Wine guys, I hate to say it. Mark's right.
He stops the fire. He's like, oh my God, the wine.
Wine guys, there's a lot of nice ones, but then like there's enough giant wine douches out there that it just ruins it for the rest of them.
Look, yes, agreed. Wine is delicious. I like different varieties of wine. Being knowledgeable on wine is fine. Being sommelier, knowledgeable and cocky about wine is worse than being a amateur cyclist like that dresses up in sommelier is above cyclist and douchebag.
No, it's a lot like a cyclist that goes to like critical mass routes.
Correct. Sommelier, and there's probably a crossover too in the Venn diagram, and that's the guy you really want to avoid.
Only the ones that are like super obnoxious and they like overly espouse every fucking thing on you. Like you can't get away from
wine's great. People that drink wine are great.
Yeah.
People that are wine snobs fucking suck.
Oh, watch the documentary Sour Grapes about how easily these fucking wine snobs are just full of shit when it comes to like them.
Oh yeah,
they know about that documentary.
That guy, that Asian guy, got him.
Oh, he fucking destroyed him.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. We got anything else?
No.
Not really.
Oh, I was gonna tell you guys, I went to the Coda kart racing on Saturday, the F1. There was like the big F1, the Hungarian Grand Prix was this weekend.
Oh,
so we went to we was like, let's go. I booked some of the go-karts out there. Fucking amazing. If you ever want to.
How fast are you going?
Dude, they say they go 55 miles an hour. I've been to the K1 speed one, and those are like the inside electric go-karts. Those go pretty fast. I was legit scared this first lap.
Of the Americas?
Yeah.
55 miles an hour
Dude,
to go fast.
People are, I was like, I'm going to die out here.
Were people flipping the carts?
No, but like people like would spin out and you have to slam the brakes. It was fucking awesome. I like fucking was just lapping my girlfriend. That was my whole goal the whole time was just to lap my girlfriend.
That's why the goose came up with the joke about the competitive boyfriends one victory celebration away from losing girlfriends.
Were you taunting
all the gooses are just personal. I was taunting her. She saw me. I was like coming around the last turn. She saw I was just staring at her. Then I took her on the inside. It was amazing.
Come here, I'll buy you some ice cream.
Yeah, I gloated like an asshole.
What's that? It's Angry Goose 2 at Angry Goose 2?
It's at Goose Crap.
Oh, at Goose Crap.
Goose Crap on Twitter.
That's Wes's burner. Also, I started at Coffee in Big Time. If I put up the pictures that are used in the cup of coffee in the Big Time every day.
Yeah.
Those are both on Twitter. If you wanna get in on the burner life.
Helps us all out.
Green Room Wednesday.
Yeah. I know I've got a half pack with Wes.
Oh, it's August 2nd.
I know,
Wes.
but we know I was gonna be late. I'll get it out this week, I promise.
Okay. 1 week grace period.
1 week grace period. You know that's what's gonna happen.
You always have to
I
give
think
it
that
1
happened
week.
last time too.
It did. Absolutely did.
Yeah.
You always need to give a 1 week grace period from the announcement date of
That's right.
Half Pack with Wes.
That's right.
It comes out 1 week after he says it will come out.
Yep. Absolutely. New shirt coming out soon too, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah. Join us.
Spread the word. The 5-star reviews shot past 4,000. So thank you.
TikTok also shot past 7,000.
Yeah,
so yeah.
TikTok's going nuts. You guys killed it with the reviews. Hardo Hive. It's been a good couple weeks from the Hive. So thank you.
Everyone check in with Pat. Make sure that he's doing okay with his sickness. Yeah.
Ask him if how sick he is on Twitter and Instagram today, please.
I mean, he's really got to be pretty sick. Must be,
All right, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great fucking day.